Author, poet, artist, and activist Cleo Wade published her first children's picture book, What the Road Said, in 2021 and became a New York Times bestseller. Her new heartfelt and lyrical picture book, May You Love and Be Loved, Wishes for Your Life, is a love letter to our future selves and the many hopes and dreams we hold for our children. And joining us now is Cleo Wade. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you for having me.
And so this started out as a poem to your kids, right? About being a good human, being a happy person. How did this evolve into something that you wanted to share widely with the world?
When I had my second daughter, I was having that up in the middle of the night, feeding, you're a little delirious almost, and I kept some Post-it notes next to the bedside table, and I just started writing this poem called Wishes for Your Life. And the first words of the poem were, may you love and be loved. And I thought about what else I wanted for them. And in my state of postpartum and just the kind of toughness of those early parenting days, I realized that these were all the reminders I needed myself also. So it almost became a love letter to me, too.
And this one particular page struck us. You say, may you break the rules that are meant to be broken. May you take seriously only the things that are serious and lighten up about the rest. And I write children's books also, and so I'm always thinking about the adult reader and what they might take away. And I feel like you capture this same essence where there's that meaning the kids are going to take, and there's also that additional seed to replant and remind the older people.
Well, also what you know well from writing your children's book is that the children aren't the readers. The grown-up is the reader.
Right.
So it is a shared experience. It is a community experience to create a children's book because the grown-up, the elder, is reading it to the child. And I just really hoped this would feel like a family prayer or family meditation to just ground the parents at the end of the day and give the children something to dream about.
And you also illustrated the book.
I did.
And in this page, we were talking about home, and you have the nest and the birds flying from the nest. How important is it to have that marriage of the words with the illustrations?
It was really important for this book especially. You know, I wrote What the Road Said before I had my first children's book, before I had kids. I was pregnant with Memphis when I wrote it. And this one, I had my kids, and this was such a personal love letter to their unique personalities and selves that I looked through a million illustrators, and you know how hard it is to find the right person. And then finally my editor said, I think you just need to draw it. And I was like, I don't know how to draw. How am I going to draw this? And she said, you got to just figure it out. And so I kind of locked myself in a room for a couple of months 2 summers ago, and I taught myself how to draw this so that it felt like I just knew I could give that to my kids, and they would always have something that I made completely for them and in their name.
That is so special, and a lesson for us all, right? That you were looking for something that you had all along, or were able to nurture.
Yes, there's a page in the book that says, may your dreams be your constant companions. And so much of life gets between us and our dreams. And I think I had a secret dream to draw a children's book, to be an illustrator. And I think I let I can't try that, or I'm afraid to try that, or that's not my strength. I let all of those things get in the way between me and that dream.
And your first books were books of wisdom for adults. How different is it when you're writing for the grown folks versus the youngins?
Well, I think the language is everything. So I remember in What the Road Said, my first kid's book, I remember I wanted to write about vulnerability without using that word, because a kid's going to say, what the heck is vulnerability, right? In this book, there's pages that say, may you stay up too late dancing because the music was too good to go home. I felt what it was like to actually have elated joy. And so that, I think, describing the feelings rather than these bigger labels is the biggest difference.
Cleo, we thank you so much for sharing this gift with all of us and also coming on the show tonight. We want to let our viewers know, may you love and be loved. Wishes for Your Life. It will be released this week.